everyone. So my name is Nguyen, and today I'm gonna present for a paper named Students' Achievements and Teachers' Perception, exploring the effectiveness of Kahoot for vocabulary learning in Vietnamese classrooms. So this is the table of contents. So I'm gonna go through some of the main sections, including introduction, the methodology, results and discussion, conclusion, and the last one is the recommendations. So English has emerged as a global lingua franca due to its widespread use across nations. So in the era of globalization, possessing a strong command of English becomes crucial for assessing diverse views of human knowledge and becoming a well-rounded global citizen. So recognizing this importance, the Vietnamese government has prioritized English as a foreign language and implemented educational reforms to enhance English teaching and learning. This emphasis aims to equip students with the necessary English skills to navigate the competitive job market, where professional competence is often coupled with the ability to effectively use the language in work-related tasks. Therefore, ensuring university students are well prepared in English is paramount for their confidence, success, and self-development in the workforce. However, studies reveal that graduates with limited English skills encounter difficulties in the workplace, creating challenges for companies. The concerning trend is highlighted by Nguyen in 2015, who found that many Vietnamese university students demonstrate inadequate English proficiency as measured by the test of English for international communication. A recurring challenge faced by Vietnamese EFL learners is limited vocabulary acquisition. So this encompasses deficiencies in both receptive and collective knowledge, including understanding the meaning and form of individual words, as well as the ability to utilize formulaic language sequences such as collocations and idioms. Therefore, this study aims to investigate the effectiveness of using Kahoot as an intervention to address current concerns regarding vocabulary acquisition. So it aims to equip learners with a learning strategy that leverages information and communication technology to enhance vocabulary learning efficacy. So the research questions are, to what extent was using Kahoot as a game-based learning tool improve Vietnamese EFL learners' vocabulary achievement? And the second question is, what are the teachers' perspectives on implementing Kahoot in teaching and learning vocabulary processes? So this study involved 11 sophomore software engineering students, 6 males and 5 females at a certain Vietnamese university. They participated in a twice-weekly basic English class for 8 weeks. Initially, vocabulary instruction followed the PPP, which is present, produce, practice method, with recommended coursework activities. However, the teacher observed vocabulary learning difficulties using conventional methods, confirmed by mid-course vocabulary test results. So the majority of students didn't meet the university's minimum vocabulary requirement of 75, prompting the teacher to explore alternative approaches. Additionally, 5 university English department instructors participated by completing an open-ended questionnaire on the experiences with the advantages and disadvantages of using Kahoot. So this research adopted an action research approach to address a classroom issue impacting several students and aligning with the teacher's goals. So action research involves educators gathering data within the classroom to enhance teaching and learning effectiveness. Following a classical process, educators analyze existing practices, implement changes, observe the results, and reflect on the experience before repeating the cycle. So this iterative nature allows educators to continuously adapt and improve their teaching practices. So in cycle 1 of the study, a pre-test was administered in session 8 to assess students' baseline vocabulary knowledge. In sessions 9 to 12, Kahoot was integrated as an interactive learning activity. The established classroom routine involved the instructor delivering vocabulary instruction, followed by a directive for students to assess the Kahoot application on their devices. Each Kahoot session lasted approximately 15 minutes, and students were encouraged to ask questions and review the material independently after each session. A post-test was administered in the session 12 and revealed a positive change in student vocabulary acquisition compared to the free test. However, the performance still did not meet the university's minimum proficiency criterion, necessitating a second cycle with similar structure and modifications based on the instructor's pedagogical reflections on the initial Kahoot implementation. So cycle 2 of the action reset design aimed to address limitations identified in cycle 1 and maximize Kahoot's effectiveness in facilitating vocabulary acquisition. So while maintaining the focus on the new vocabulary topics, the response time for Kahoot questions was extended from 15 seconds to 45 seconds. Additionally, the instructor iterated brief pauses after each question to explain the correct answer and assess student comprehension by randomly selecting students to construct sentences using the target vocabulary. A post-test was administered after session 16 to assess the impact of the modifications on vocabulary learning and student engagement. So quantitative data from pre- and post-test was analyzed using Microsoft Excel to assess student learning and to gather data on teacher experiences with Kahoot. An open-ended online questionnaire was distributed to 5 teachers at a university via Google Docs. So their responses were then coded and analyzed thematically to identify perceived advantages and disadvantages associated with Kahoot application in the English language classroom. So the results of the studies a 2-cycle Kahoot intervention significantly improves student vocabulary achievement. So the pre-test scores reveal a low baseline vocabulary knowledge with a mean of 39.27. The post-test scores after cycle 1 showed improvement, but didn't reach the desired level, which is 75. Following cycle 2, post-test scores demonstrated substantial gains with the mean of 85.81, exceeding the benchmark. So notably, all students scored above 75 after cycle 2 with a median score of 88. So these findings suggest that Kahoot is an effective tool for enhancing vocabulary learning. Another findings is about teachers' use of Kahoot. So Kahoot's usage frequency varied among teachers, but all utilize it for vocabulary and grammar review across student levels. The next one, teachers reported enthusiastic student reactions to Kahoot. The platform catered to both individual learning and collaboration. Educators value its convenience and diverse game modes. So the anonymous quiz format and multiple choice options were seen as positive for lower levels. So Kahoot also fostered a friendly, competitive environment, boosting engagement with cheers and a lively classroom atmosphere. Overall, teachers view Kahoot as enhancing student enjoyment, promoting individual and collaborative practice. However, internet dependence emerged as a key key drawback. Teachers reported difficulties with slow connections, impacting student performance and final scores. Device availability also presented a challenge as not all students possess them. And finally, time constraints pose a potential issue. Teachers who stopped to explain correct answers risk exceeding allotted lesson time. And
Thank you, Ms. Tran. No, we have 1 minute. Sorry, I need to interrupt you. We have 1 minute for questions.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Court.
Do we have any questions?